So while others are going through a lot of economic turmoil and some other people are going through stampede situations because they are trying to hustle for palliatives and free gifts, apparently the big companies are doing their end of the year party and some companies are even inviting megastars. One of the situations and one of the most talked about events recently is Oando. Oando Oil Company, of which they invited the big three to perform. Aside the big three performing, they had Fireboy and Omale also present to perform at the same event. So you can imagine the budget for this end of the year party having Wizkid, Burnaboy, and Davido performing on the same night in the same event. First of all three of these people they know themselves, but they are not like friends of each other. I'm sure in some cases, Davido will not agree to perform because of Wizkid is coming to perform. Well, this is Oando, this is an oil company. And we have Burna Boy, who is not friends with Davido, Wizkid, who is not friends with Davido, performing with Davido in the same event on the same night. And it brings to me a lot of questions because a lot of people are asking the same thing I'm about to ask in this particular video. What was their budget like? And how was the year for them? Because a lot of things can be speculated and also can be asked in this kind of situation because you don't pay these guys change, you don't pay Whiskey change, you don't pay Davido change, you don't pay um Burna Boy change. Each of these guys they bill you heavily. So I went online and I looked at the minimum Davido charges for an event and I saw $100,000 to $25 million. But apparently, we can't really estimate that, you understand, and just assume that this is the range to which they collect. And you know that these guys will not collect Naira, of course, because the value of Naira. Hmm, the value of Naira is not in a good place. So, of course, they will charge in dollars. And for them to have taken away whatever grievances or whatever sentiments they have among themselves, and all of them agreed. By the way, Wizkid and Burna Boy are friends, so these two they can perform together even on stage at the same time. But Davido is not friends with either of them. So, but it was at the event and he performed. So they still show that their budgets, these guys, their budgets was heavy. At least good money, good money. If I want to put it in naira, let me assume. Okay, let's just assume that each of them collected like $100,000 in this event because there's a video I saw online where they mentioned that Davido doesn't take anything less than $600,000. That he bills $600,000 to perform at a show internationally. But we are saying, okay, this is home grounds. It might be lesser. So let's put it for $100,000. $100,000, let's times it in naira. Let's convert it for one person in naira. Let's just convert it. $100,000 is ranging, it's at a range of 160 million naira. Hmm. For one person performing. 160 million naira. This is, mind you, this is just me making assumptions that this is maybe the minimum that they could take to perform. Oh, yeah, $100,000. Okay, let's say maybe $100,000 is too much. Let's go $50,000 at least. They're in the home soil now. They are home soil, and they know Oga because the chairman of Wando company, the chairman of Wando is the nephew to Baba at the top. Adewale Bola, Adewale Tinubu, that's the chairman of Oando. He's the nephew to the president. So, of course, so they know themselves, and of course, honoring the president or honoring the nephew of the president. Let's keep it at home. So, let's say these guys collected $50,000. $50,000, that was like 80 million naira per person. Okay, 80 million naira per person. And three of them performed, which is 80 times three. That's 240 million naira for three of them to perform. That's aside the cost of Omale and Fireboy. That's aside the cost of Omale and Fireboy. That's aside their cost. So let's assume these guys spent roughly, it's safe to say that they spent the minimum, barest minimum they could have spent for this event would be 300 million naira. Hmm. So 300 million naira barest minimum they could have spent for this event. I'm just doing my own layman calculation because none of these things can be taken as facts I'm just speculating and assuming because in my head there's a lot of questions being asked. And I'm also asking you guys, you guys know the if you guys know more about the information, let me know. I'm doing my head that okay, these guys barest minimum 300 million, three of them, 300 million they took to perform at this event. Oando company, 300 million budget. End of the year budget is not 300 million because this one is just to pay some artists, not all the artists. So let's say 500 million or let's say 400 million naira was the end of the year event budget, and that's what they used to pay the big three and the other, the half. Let me not call them half, the other A-list artists that are popping, but they are the youngins, the next generation people, Fireboy and Omale. 400 million speculatively, spent on an event like this. And the question is, did it generate as much revenue this year for that? Or is there an advantage because they're an oil company, considering the oil fluctuations and the oil situations Nigeria has found out ourselves this year? Oil oil giants gained from it. Some oil giants might claim they have lost on it. But Oando, there's a lot of questions to Oando because the Oando was reported to have faced a lot of economic situation and a lot of financial bankruptcy issues this year. I'll just take you to a particular post that reported Oando almost going through bankruptcy at April of 2024. So this is it, and this is what it said. Tinubu led Oando in survival battle as oil firm goes technically bankrupt. And look at the date, April 27th, 2024. So it's just about 8 months ago. So the miracle that happened between 8 months ago to 8 months now, you can see oil situation, how it is, oil, how it is. We don't know the price of oil. Things are happening. The prices are going up, subsidy removal. So we're just asking a lot of questions, and a lot of Nigerians are talking about this online. So it's something I've brought to your table to talk about. Especially the fact that the chairman of Oando is also it's also the nephew to our Baba at the top, and this company generated a lot of revenue after facing such situation in the year. They still were able to bounce back and make so much revenue to spend almost half a billion naira on end of the year party. It's just my question. It's really just innocent, just my head just trying to wrap my hand. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. So it's something I'm asking you to. This is the topic going online, and this is what someone is asking really. That's come on. People are speculating and asking questions that what really how much do you want to make this year that they were able to get these three guys to perform on the same night on the same event. Your guess is as good as mine. I would like to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I'll go by the name is Coach Prince. This is the East Coast Show, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.